Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. I'm currently here in South Korea in my quarantine hotel. I got about 4 days left, and this whole thing will be on my vlog channel, this whole coming to South Korea experience. Check out my view. Not bad. Little shopping center over there. Mountains in the distance. Can actually open my window for a little fresh air. Been living off grocery store type packed meals like this one. I'm in South Korea, so of course they supply me with tons of baked goods, and I personally ordered some tuna. This has been a lifesaver right now for me. Anyway, I don't know if you noticed, but a couple of weeks ago I had to take down the giant dumpling competition video because YouTube flagged it for having music. That was fine 3-4 years ago, but not today. And it was a big chunk of video, so I had to re-musicize a lot of it. So here it is again. Also at the end, I'm gonna let you guys know what happened after battling this dumpling. Tokyo day 2. You know, I've been doing a few food challenges recently just for fun, because it's just kind of fun to eat something massive. But then like on the day of, right before I'm about to do it, like I get scared because my opponent is ferocious, it's intimidating, it's big. It's time. Let's go get beat up by a giant dumpling. Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike Chen. I'm in Tokyo at a restaurant called Kagurazaka Hanten, and I am about to battle, well, maybe the largest dumpling in the world. At least the largest dumpling I've ever seen. This colossal mother of all dumplings weighs in at 2.5 kilo, which is over 5 pounds, about 5.5 pounds. And just seeing it from the restaurant window was terrifying. This Franken dumpling is gonna be my toughest challenge so far, but I am starving, I'm ready to battle, let's bring it on. What? Wow, this thing is bigger than a baby. Wow, this is quite amazing. Oh my God, if I did this every day, I would get a good workout. All right, okay. I'm not intimidated at all. I'm good. This doesn't look all that tough. It's just, you know, almost 6 pounds of dumpling, dough, grease, and filling. This is nothing. This is just like a snack for me. All right. I think I'm ready. Let's first go over the rules. This restaurant is actually really known for their food challenges. People and even celebrities come from all over Japan to participate. They have 4 food challenges in this restaurant. One is the jumbo ramen challenge. One is the fried rice challenge. They have a smaller dumpling challenge, which is 100 pieces of gyoza. And then we got the jumbo gyoza, and this is probably, I think, the toughest challenge on this list. 2.5 kilograms, like I mentioned. This equates to 100 pieces of gyoza, and it takes 2 days to make. So I had to come in 2 days ahead of time and pre-order this gigantor dumpling. This dumpling costs 96,000 yen. I have 1 hour to finish this dumpling, and I'm required, I just noticed this, I'm required to pay a penalty of 10,000 yen if I hang over in front of customers. So I'm pretty sure that means if I throw up in front of customers, which I hope not to do today. But this thing, it does look insanely intimidating. Like I said, we have 1 hour, let's do it. First of all, let's see what's inside this gigantic monster. I'm gonna go ahead and slice this sucker in half. And oh my God, look at that. Look at all this filling. This is pork and definitely chive. This dumpling looks like it's filled with pork. I see a lot of chives. I see some rice noodles. Let's get it on. My hands are shaking right now. I'm so intimidated by this dumpling. My goodness, I've never been so afraid of food before in my life. I mean, the giant pho challenge, that was really terrifying, but keep in mind guys, this is over 5 pounds of solid, dense dough, which is packed full of meat. Now the good news is, it's quite tasty. And you know what? Oh, I might have found my salvation right here. Hot oil. I'm just gonna go ahead and drizzle that all over this dumpling. I'm gonna add some vinegar here as well to try to cut down on the fat a bit. Because if I just eat this right now with all the grease and fat, there's no way I'll make it. Okay, tastes much better. I gotta eat this quick, because if it gets cold, this is gonna be really hard to eat. More oil, a little more vinegar. I wish they had Chinese vinegar, but this will do. Anything to cut down the grease a bit. I have no idea how they possibly made this. If I finish this within the hour, this dumpling is free. Otherwise, they keep the $90. It's so greasy. This is not a boiled dumpling, keep in mind. This is a fried dumpling. The vinegar is actually really helping right now. I'm about 8 minutes in and about a quarter away finished. Of course, the toughest part about this dumpling is the dough. The dough is so dense and heavy, I can feel it attacking me from within. I'm almost halfway finished and I'm starting to slow down. This dough is so heavy. Oh my God, this thing is such a formidable opponent. It's uppercutting me with the dough, it's gut punching me with the grease, and it's roundhousing me with the filling. Oh my God, this dumpling is so tough. When it gets cold, the filling is just so hard to eat. I've definitely hit a major food wall, and I think that wall is made out of dumpling dough. That wall is thick. Every bite right now is so excruciating. I'm halfway done, and it's only been about 16 minutes in. And I know the longer I wait, it's gonna be sitting in my stomach. I know it's not wise to put more stuff in your stomach, but I gotta cut the grease a bit with that something sweet. That helps a lot. A little less than half remaining. You know what's sad is that skinny little Japanese girls would come in here, eat this, and then go home for dinner. And I'm like, this is destroying me right now. This is arguably the hardest food challenge I've ever had to do. This equals 100 dumplings. So right now, I've taken down over 50 dumplings. I didn't even know I could eat 50 dumplings. All right, let's soldier on. That's it. I toss in the white flag. This is the best I can do. This dumpling was more than a worthy opponent. It was a monster, and my monster slaying skills today was just not up to par. This just goes to show I need more food training, so I will continue to demolish other foods in my preparation for my next battle. But in this contest of Mike versus food, I lost. It was just too much. It was too much dough. Then the grease was soaked up by the dough. Especially when the dumpling got colder, it became so hard to eat. It became less and less delicious. The dough started to get really tough. Basically, as time went on, the dumpling became a Super Saiyan dumpling, and my power level just went downhill. But this was a really fun experience. I always wanted to come here. I didn't know this, but in Tokyo, there are a lot of food challenges all over the place because Japanese people love to battle it out with food. So I'm happy I partook in this challenge. I'm sad I lost, but you know what? I'll be back. I'm gonna train, I'm gonna raise my food kung fu, I'm gonna go back home and eat a bunch of your minions, and then I'm gonna come back for you. Well guys, if you wanna come and challenge this monster dumpling, I have this place's information in my description box. Hopefully you can do better than I could. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya. Okay, so I remember that day going in, I was feeling actually pretty good because, you know, it's one dumpling, right? And they say it equates to eating 100 dumplings, and I wasn't really worried because I've actually eaten close to 100 dumplings in a sitting before, not like as a competition, but just dinner. Because back in New York, I would buy these frozen bags of dumplings. There were 100 in a bag. They cost like 10 bucks. So I was literally on a dumpling diet for, I think, about a month before I started looking like a dumpling. And I remember every meal I would finish at least half a bag, and that didn't even really fill me all the way up. And those were like big plump Chinese dumplings, so I figured those were much bigger than the Japanese ones. Point is, I went in feeling really confident about this. But as you kept eating, like I mentioned in the video, the grease in the dumpling, the juice, when it got cold, it started congealing. It was just nasty going down. It didn't even taste good anymore. So I think if that dumpling was on a hot plate, might have had a better shot. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I remember after that competition, our hotel wasn't too far. I think our hotel was maybe like a 20-minute cab drive away. So after the competition, I thought I felt all right. And at that point, I think I finished about 3/4 of the dumpling, so I probably had a good 4 pounds of dumpling inside my stomach. We went and actually got some ice cream before heading back to the hotel. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, cold, greasy dumplings and super, super, super creamy ice cream, not a good fit. So went back to the hotel, and at that point, like, we were still kind of in the honeymoon phase of our relationship. I think we were still like in the beginning phases of it. So there's certain things that I really didn't want her to see. So we go back to the hotel, and I feel a rumble in my stomach, and I thought about trying to make it down to the lobby bathroom, but it was there was just no time. As calmly as I could, I asked her, I was like, babe, could you please go down and grab something? I forgot what I asked her to do. As soon as she left the room, everything, let's just say, started to happen. I threw up like I never threw up before. Oh, until I had that spicy curry challenge. But luckily it was so explosive that in the few minutes that it took for her to go and come back, it was over. That was the day I realized why they called it dumplings. So that day, not only did that giant dumpling defeat me on the battlefield, it made me suffer a horrendous aftermath, and it tried to get me dumped. Okay, not saying that my girlfriend would have broke up with me because of that whole incident, but that would have been 1 ton of a test. But even all that, I think actually we still went out for dinner because that was still pretty early in the day. But I think that was probably the hardest challenge I've done. Not the most painful, but the hardest food challenge I've ever done. For all you Paul Harvey fans out there, and now you know the rest of the story. Thanks for watching. See you later.